Hello everyone, this is Shadow Dragon from the DCUO community. And now we're at the live version of the Starro event. If you remember from my test video, like when I first picked this up, there was only one quest marker. And then once you picked that, it led to another and another, and I think there were 4 parts. And then it led to like another multi-parter, like right now where you see the 4 exclamation points. What that turned out to be was the first time you get the quest, you have to do that step-by-step thing, and then it seems like after that, like you only get that once. Then you get, like, I think it's 3 dailies and 2 weeklies.
Star, I need backup.
So it's a little bit less tedious than I thought. And today is a Thursday, so it did reset, and I ran the starter quest yesterday, so that part does not reset weekly. It's just a run once thing. Alright, so now we're going to pick up the dailies.
Our research has indicated that a surprisingly common, yet effective, substance known as quicklime can have a detrimental...
We need more testing and research on the Starro spore hatcheries being brought in by the
Starro spores seem to need to constantly consume some form of energy or another. We need to find out what they eat and why they eat it. That will help us find forms of energy that either stunt their growth or possibly stop them for good.
Alright, so looking at the journal, they are not always the same. I think I mean, I haven't played this enough to see what rotates, but there are multiple quests. And they're in different zones, so there will also be an efficient way to do them. Like when you look at the 3 overall. Let's see, Shock the Pool, that's by the museum. Starro the Conqueror is the on-duty message. Hungry Hungry Starro is at the center of the park. That is the hot dog quest. Payback with chemicals. Use quicklime to free citizens. Okay, that's also in the center of the park. And this one can typically be doubled up with others because there are citizens in most of the other quest zones. Fallen Stars is an iconic boss in the open world. So I'll try to do that last and see who we can find. Sometimes I come across them in the middle of the quest, but we'll try to do it last just because it's a boss fight. Applied Science is sort of like the group mission, although you can solo it. And I'll try to wait till it's clear because I want to show you 2 methods to solo this. But let's see, going by these, Shock the Pool, Hungry. So I'm gonna do Payback and Hungry Hungry Starro because these 2 overlap in zone.
First the Atlanteans, then the citizens of Central City, and finally the world.
Now in this zone we're all scaled to 34, so this is just like the seasonal events and unlike the anti-monitor event, because in that one we got scaled up. And there is a difference in feel, especially when you test this with multiple tunes, like at various levels. Like when they scale down, it tends to favor the upper tier tunes a bit more.
Getting too crazy.
And when they scale up, it feels more even, except for that issue with the soda and the pre-30 sodas being point-based rather than percent-based.
We will make you pay for that.
Like that affects scaling no matter what, but obviously the higher they scale you, the less a pre-30 soda is going to do.
Thank you. I thought I was
So at 34 it's kind of okay, but it's still an issue. Like a level 30 has an edge because of the soda heals.
I must set up hatcheries. Feel the power of Starro's multitude.
Yeah, I should be more in the middle so I can get some of the hot dog nodes.
First the Atlanteans, then the citizens of Central City, and finally the world.
Yeah, when I was doing this on test, I thought the hot dog thing was was a background
Thanks for
animation,
saving
but
me.
it actually is part of a quest.
Children shall consume all. Now you see me. Now you see me here.
I'm getting
and
out of here.
over here. Wait.
Whoa, and there's one of the iconics.
Part of me shall be back.
Most of these are on the rooftops, but Kid Flash is grounded. I think sometimes he's also on top of the museum.
Oh man, this bites.
I believe that's weekly, because you get a lot of loot from them. Now this zone is tightly packed. Sometimes it's hard to tell what's hitting you. And unlike the other central cities, this is it's shared with villains and heroes, so it's
I'm getting out.
it's extra crowded. Let's see, most of the hot dog nodes are here,
Pain?
what I call the infiltrator area.
For that.
And you also have to be careful of like all the Starros floating around because they aggro really easily.
More minds to control.
I mean, sometimes their name isn't even in view yet, like it's not red, and then they'll just charge you out of nowhere.
We were born to
So
conquer.
there's hardly any place to like
Our retribution
stand still
will
around
be
here.
swift and
Definitely don't go
violent.
AFK while you're in this zone.
We feel no pain. I hunger. I shall satiate my appetite now. Part of me shall be back.
Alright, so that's two of the quests. As you can see now, I'm trying to find a safe place to land. Just go back to the start.
You cannot stop us. We are many.
So what are we missing here? Shock the pool. Shock the pool is behind the museum.
The earth will be ours.
And I'm going to start at the edge of the red zone just so it reduces the chance of like getting attacked by multiple mobs. Yes, here comes that Starro from a long
I
distance.
am Legion.
Sometimes you can get these without aggroing anyone. Other times there will be a controlled citizen. And sometimes a Starro will come out of this hatchery.
First the Atlanteans, then the citizens of Central City, and finally the world. Safe from my iron will.
Yeah, the annoying thing is sometimes you don't even see the red dot, they just come out of nowhere. The nice thing is they spawn quickly. So it does cover the population here.
No one is safe from my iron will. Pain? We will make you pay for that.
Alright, that's That is all the dailies, the 3 dailies plus the solo boss. So now the group quest is called Applied Science, and there are 4 corners of the museum with these protocols, these test protocols.
The cosmic tide flows in our favor.
Now the smart way to do this is you can actually let the test protocol take care of the Starros. Now that's unlikely to happen because someone's always going to interrupt it. Now what you could do is activate it, and then you go back about this distance, and then the protocol will take care of the ads and you'll get credit. Or you can jump in at the end to be safe and knock them all out. But the other way to do it is you just keep bouncing them.
Will be swift and violent.
Like, I'm not going to be able to show the smart way because this guy's here and he's gonna attack. Oh, okay, actually he's gone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get back. So the poison will take care of them. And you're going to see their health go down. Little by little.
Pain? We will make you
Now I think you get credit just for
cannot
activating
stop
it,
us.
but I'm going to
We
jump in
are
at the
many.
end just in
Part of
case.
me shall be back.
Now they take a lot of damage, but they also do a lot of damage, so you're kind of a glass cannon if you're soloing this.
Retaliate. We feel no pain.
Pets help and self-heals help. And you're going to see some of them go down by themselves.
We will make you pay for that.
And we jump in now.
Hurt one, I shall bow before me.
And there, I got the first one, poison. So if no one interrupts it, you can get credit for that without using like any consumables or anything. So this one, some guy started and took them to the air.
Our retribution will be swift and violent. We feel no pain. Hurt one, and we all shall retaliate. Part of me shall be back.
There, so if I'm battling it out, what I'll do is use a supercharge first, because the next one will allow me to gain some of that supercharge back. But a pet with a shield will help you through one of them, as well as a sidekick. And of course soda. So with all of those, like if you space them out, you can do it without cooldown. I mean, without waiting for one item to cool down.
Pain? We will make you pay.
So I'm gonna wait this one out and hope no one interrupts
You
it.
cannot stop us. We are many. You cannot stop us. We are many. Hurt one, and we all shall retaliate.
Yeah, you want to wait till it's almost no health, because they still do a lot of damage. So you want to wait till at least a few of them go down by the protocol.
Pain? We will make you pay for that. Part of me shall be back. We feel no pain. You cannot stop us. We are many of Legion.
Last one, and I still have a supercharge left.
You cannot win this.
And also, there are a lot of ads to start, so what you want to do is clear them first,
Now.
just in case.
I shall make you all bow before me. We were born to conquer. Part of me shall be back. No one is safe from my iron will. The cosmic tide flows in our favor. Our retribution will be swift and violent.
Ah, this guy's gonna screw it up. Well, we're gonna have to battle
We
this
shall
out.
rule you all.
see you get a lot of loot for that, so I think it's weekly.
Of Starro's multitude.
I can't imagine that being daily. That would be crazy. So let's turn all this in.
This quicklime is making quick work of the Starro spores.
Thanks to you, we're learning more and more about these xenomorphic starfish.
Interesting. I've never seen an organism with such a wide array of
Now let's take a look at the loot, and I'll show you, like, this is what you get.
Hey, neighbor, can I borrow some sugar?
Get a ton of boxes. So most of the dailies will give you the quicklime canister, which you're going to use in the on-duty stuff. These free you from the mind control that you're going to see in the boss mechanics. It does occur in all the on-duty items, but what you want to do is save them for the raid, because they're more effective in the raid, just because there's 8 players, and it's possible to have 2 or 3 that are controlled by the boss. So if you pop one of these, you'll free all the ones around you. So a lot of quicklime canisters. I think that the 3 dailies should give you 3. And then you get like gear and base item boxes. So these are probably from the weeklies. And scalable up to 162. And got some base items. And collection. Oh wait, that's not a collection, it's R&D. Yeah, there are also a bunch of R&Ds. I've gotten, I think, 3 different types so far, but I think there's more. Haven't looked into what those actually do. It's probably for the, you know, the OP mask. But yeah, these dailies are really good for gearing up. I think if you're T7 by the end of this event, you're definitely going to be T8, even if you just do this event. I mean, these probably gear up faster than AF3. But anyway, that's a glimpse at like the regular dailies without the intro mission. Like, this is what you would do at the beginning of Reset. So hope you got some tips from this, and good luck farming all your feats and items. Thanks for watching.